Let's bring in Javier Farje. He's a Peruvian political analyst and an expert on Latin America. He joins us live from London. Javier, good to have you with us. So look, we're still waiting on this judge's verdict over Castillo's detention. Whatever the decision, is this likely then to make matters worse or better on the streets?
Well, I think the main concern that people have, first of all, I've been listening to the session, to the hearing, and judging by what they are saying, it's likely that he's going to be put behind bars for the next 18 months, as your correspondent said, because they believe that the crimes he committed were serious. And if he's found guilty of rebellion, he might go to prison for at least 10 years. In relation to his freedom, basically what people are demonstrating for are, yes, it's true, to free Mr. Castillo, but mainly to close Congress, which the president will not do because that's what post Castillo he's posed in the first place, and early elections. At the beginning of her mandate, after Mr. Castillo was deposed or impeached, she said that early elections were not her priority. She's changed her mind twice since then. Then she said, okay, let's make a proposal to start to call for early elections for April 2024. Now it has moved forward for December 2023. That means that she realizes that Congress will have to approve these early elections to calm the situation a bit in relation to what's happening in the streets. Now, and Congress has been reluctant so far to accept early elections because many of them actual members of Congress will not be able to stand again because there is a law preventing them from doing that. So it's very difficult now to know what's going on, but Congress is debating at this moment the proposal to call for early elections for December 2023.
Javier, as you say, many protesters had been demanding the release of Castillo. What level of grassroots support does he still have? I mean, particularly among the indigenous community.
He has support among many of communities which he actually represented when he was elected, whereas Lima was mainly voted mainly for the right, for Keiko Fujimori. We have to understand something about Peru, Darren, and it's this. Many of these grievances date for long before Mr. Castillo was president. This is communities, cities who have been marginalized, disenfranchised. They feel that they have not received the benefits of being proper Peruvian citizens. So this is, in a way, a reflection of these grievances that they have been expressing in the streets of Peru. So they date for long before Mr. Castillo was even a candidate for the election. And the President Boluarte will have the task to address these issues for the remaining, term of her presidency in order to try to calm the situation a bit. She said that she wants some dialogue with these communities, but the problem is that these are all grievances, and to solve them in the next year or so is going to be very difficult. But she insists that she wants to establish a dialogue. Now, the state of emergency is going to be applied only selectively in certain parts of the country.
Yeah, Javier, that's an important point you make, because just a final thought to you. I mean, where does all of this then leave the new president, Dina Boluarte? You've been talking about her. I mean, she's calling on Peruvians to unite, but I guess that's a difficult call, isn't it, given the growing instability across the country?
He's not going to get the unity of the country in the remaining time she will stay in power. That's not going to happen. She can calm the situation a bit, and it will be up to the new government, which, if Congress approves this proposal, will be sworn in July 2024. The election should take place in December 2023. It will be the new government who will have to make concrete proposals to address these urgent issues of marginalization, disenfranchised communities, and also lack of development, education, and basic services. That's going to be that's for the new government. For the time being, Ms. Boluarte has to calm the situation down, has to establish a dialogue with this community, and any candidate who wants to become president and they want to be in Congress will have to address these issues, because this is going to continue for a long time. As I said to you, these communities are very angry because they've been, throughout decades, being marginalized, and they want a solution for the problems now.
Javier Farje, really good to get your thoughts and your analysis. Thank you very much indeed for talking to us, Javier.